On greening, and I completely agree that farmers are the ones best placed to link sustainable production and environment to agriculture, and that we are in the center of delivering these activities, and that we should be in the center of the discussion and of the public opinion. So we have welcomed greening because we think it's the only way. Oh no, I have to say we have welcomed greening because we believe that sustainable production is the only way forward to ensure future production for us and for in European agriculture. But of course we shouldn't lose reality on how production is at the moment, and we should use all ambition available in agriculture to make production more sustainable, and that's why we offered a menu of a list which should be included in to deliver to the greening ambition, which includes precision farming techniques, water and soil management, leguminous-based systems, farm energy efficiency measures, buffer strips for those that think it's suitable for their operation, permanent cultures, also ecological features, crop rotation as opposed to diversification, and permanent pastures linked to animal production. What we do not want is that there should be a sanction for farmers that decide not to deliver. When trying to improve sustainability and biodiversity, it is crucial that you have the support of the ones that have to operate it. That should be the approach. Listen to the real actors, the ones that have to deliver, the farmers, and see how ambitious they are. I mean, we can put several requirements or some ambition in the policy, but the farmers have to be the ones that deliver it, especially when you want to focus on biodiversity, sustainable production. You need to support of the ones that have to deliver, otherwise it will be a forced approach, and that, especially in the field of environmental measures, is not the right one. I said we, as CEJA, we don't refuse the idea of capping. But at the same time, we fear that such measures could add additional burden without achieving its goal. So the proposal should provide clear guidance and criteria in the distinction between farms and how to ensure fair distribution based on farm size. Farms being split up in order to avoid capping, for example, is a risk that is taken when providing this this measure, and that shouldn't be the direction. So, as I said, we can sympathize with the idea that there could be, on a certain level, some capping, but at the same time, it shouldn't prevent agriculture from making the structure better. And on young farmers measures, I think many of you are very much aware of the measures in the proposals of the Commission. We welcome the proposal to higher the intensity rate for European priorities, such as installation on the Rural Development Programme, and in addition, we welcome very much the proposal to provide a top-up payment for young farmers for the first 5 years of installation. Now, there might be some criticism on this, but if we see that especially entering the sector is the big barrier, as soon as the farmer gets his show on the road, so to say, after the first couple of years, then he or she can manage. It's entering the sector. Now, any measure in this common agriculture policy will not deliver truckloads of new young farmers to the rural areas. We shouldn't imagine this. But what I do know, and what I do see every time when we meet with young farmers all across EU, is so many ambitious, well-prepared young people that see a future in agriculture, but just need to cross that big barrier of entering the sector. And that exactly should be taken into account in a measure in the CAP reform, and it should be improved, because you can question the measures. Some say measures are working fine as it is in certain member states, second pillar. Of course, they can work fine in distributing some budget, but they don't increase the number of young farmers anywhere. They don't even stabilize the number of young farmers. So how can you seriously say that the current measures are actually working? So they should be improved, and that's what will be our call for 2012. And we also call specifically for the first pillar measure, for the top-up, that every member state should use a minimum of 2% fully in direct payment measures for young farmers in the member states. How to distribute it, we leave to a certain extent to the national situation. But certain criteria, of course, should be taken on board. The first 5 years, under 40, and then the rest can be up to the member state. But it should be used in full, 2% in full. Well, you didn't prevent me from using some of your time and at least mentioning some of the main topics. It's very important what MEP McGuinness said, that we indeed have to focus also on the other parts of the CAP reform. We will. We have been providing you with our positions. I can say that we have made some efforts during the last months. We've taken our responsibilities, all of us as young farmers, we've taken our responsibilities. National situations are quite different. Anyway, we managed on several points, important points of the CEP reform, to actually take our position and to present it. And we will continue with this for all parts of the reform. So I can say that Young Farmers of Europe trust that the European Parliament will be our strong ally to promote a future CEP that promotes sustainability in all ways. Environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, but also demographic sustainability. So now I've taken too much of your time already, but again, I would like to thank MEP McGuinness for hosting this important lunch. I'm also very happy that we have, as our guests, so many influential MEPs from the Agriculture Committee of the European Parliament. Be sure that we, as Young Farmers, are committed to work very close to you all. And I thank you for your presence, and I wish you a nice lunch. And well, as our host said now, maybe. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Baecke. Don't apologise for taking our time, because the clarity of your message was absolutely superb. So I think MEPs like to get messages that are delivered very clearly. So my thanks to the young farmers for doing that. As I said at the outset, we're having something to eat and I want you to enjoy lunch. But if there are colleagues who would like to make an intervention now, because you may have to leave, I'm quite happy to do that, to facilitate. So please indicate. And again, my sincere thank you also to so many of my colleagues who've come here today from the different member states. Is there anyone who would like to speak now, or would we prefer to eat? Okay. Well, let's eat then, and we'll see how we get on after the first course. Yeah. We'll go then to each table. Perhaps if you have your discussion, then we can know more the issues. So thank you and enjoy the first course.